welcome back to Golang tutorials. This is Delodi SM. So, and this is episode number 10. In this episode, we're gonna look into for loop, which is a part of the control statement. So, if you haven't gone through previous episode, please click on the link which is appearing somewhere around here. In last episode, we went through switch. I guess, switch. So, in this episode, what we want to look is for loop. So, you may not be unfamiliar with for loop. For loop is something that most of the programmers have run, and if this is your first programming language as Go, then okay, I'll explain it anyway. So like the for loop in other languages, we have an initialization statement, and we have a condition, and we have update statement, and we have a structure statement following some statements in for loop inside the for loop, and that's the basic structure of for loop. So when the for loop starts, we start with initialization condition expression. We initialize some variables if you want to, then we check the condition whether that condition satisfies or not, and then we proceed directly to the content of the for loop. Okay. I'll just get another color somewhere around, so we see. Okay, and we will execute the okay, then we will execute the statements given in here inside the for loop. Then we go to at the end of the execution of all the statements, if no break, something like that didn't happen, then it will directly go to the update statement. It will update the expression, that it will evaluate the expression that's given under the update. It will update certain variables, then it will go back again to condition. Only for the first time initialization will be done. After that, initialization won't be. That particular expressions won't be carried out, and the execution of the expressions won't be carried out afterwards. Only for the first time it is done. After that, then for after each iteration, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, means after execution of the statements, then it will check the condition. If it's true, then again it will iterate through the statements, then it will update, again it will go for the conditions. So this is the basic structure of the Go for loop in Go. So now we'll directly jump to our code. Okay, so we'll get a new file, we'll save it as for.go. okay, we will package main. Bad. Okay, so main function, we'll just start with a small example. Something bad. Okay, that's fine. So we'll say I is a bad example. Okay, fine. We'll go for x equal to something like we will make an array. No, we will start with simple one. X equal to 0. Okay, so for okay, we'll do from the starting. I think actually move on. Job code just got messed up here. X equal to 0, x less than or equal to 5, x plus plus, and we will print it out, print line x. Okay, we just run it. This is a sample one, so go run for go. So it did print the 5 letters, 5 integers. So that's the basic. We did the initialization here, then we did the statement where we checked the condition, and then we did the updation. So after each statement, like executing the printing statement, it will update its value. So you can see first its value was 0, so 0 got printed, then it updated. Only after executing these statements it updated, you can see it. So after that it checked updated, and then it came and checked whether it's less than or equal to 5. Okay, it's less than or equal to 5, then again it executed it until it went over until x value is 5. X value is 5 for the last time, and it did execute here. It did after execution this, it did update this value of x as 6. Now it checked, it's not 5, so it got out of the loop. So we'll make another example. it is not necessary that we need a initial statement, something like this here. We can completely avoid that. Okay, we'll just put something like this. Okay, we can try run this. It should work the same way. So that's the beauty of Go. You needn't give it. Go didn't emphasize that you should give the initial statement inside the for loop. It's not that necessary. It's cool with even if you don't give it, and it's more cool to do something like this. If you don't want the updation to here, you can just avoid it. You can put it here. It's fine. This also should work. Okay, fine, it did work. So you might have noticed even with this symbol condition we can run for loop. So you might think, then what is while loop for? Okay, in Go there is no while loop. Okay, that's the beauty of Go. No while loop in Go. You don't need a while loop. You can use the for loop. So that's the most beautiful thing about Go, is that it understood there's no need of while loop, but there's a cost of it. You might think like you don't have do while. Then if you don't have while, then you don't have do while. That's a particularity of Go. Go don't have do while. It thinks programmers can handle the do while. Okay, so that's it. So unlike C, Go's for loop has some more features, like we can say it needn't be there are some more structure for loop. We'll just look into it. Like if you want to iterate over arrays or maps, we can do it easily. Like we have such functionality in Java, Python, like that. We also have some functionalities in Go, like range. Okay, we can just check out an example. We'll do some string array. Okay, we'll do something like st comma comma. Okay, this is a way. Okay, now for we have index comma value equal to range x. Okay, I think x we used here, so we use something like y. Okay, then we got it here. We can print it out. Print %d space %s comma index comma value. I think this will be sufficient. %d for an integer and %s is denoting a string. Okay, so we just check it out. Okay, we need one more. No, we don't use print line, so we need a new line extra to be given the. This is a C style printing. Okay, so it printed the index. For the 0th index we had st, for the first index we had stf, and for the second index we had dfg. So it in that manner. So we can iterate like this. We can even iterate without an index. If you don't want to show index, we can just give an underscore there, and we can ignore that. Okay, we can ignore the index there. We can just print it like this. Suppose if you just want the index only, you can give the index. Instead here we have to give %d. I know it sounds a lot ridiculous, but sometimes it might have, you just want the index. But this kind of scenario usually happens with the key. In case of map, we can try that one. Okay, if we get another one XYZ, we don't have anything, so we take back from A. So make I think you guys might have be familiar with the maps. If you haven't watched the maps episode, you can click on the link which is appearing somewhere around the screen. Okay, I'll putting it afterward. So we'll make a map. What we can make is an int string. Okay, in this case we just want the key. We don't want the value in it, we just want the key. Okay, we just put in a string here. We map string into an int. Okay, for key equal to range 1a. So fmt dot print, I think print line is fine. Print line key. So in this case we just want the key to be printed, we don't want the value. Okay, something went wrong. Okay. Okay, we just specified the map, we didn't give you the values, my bad. Okay, my bad, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, we'll give 3. Where does this main come from? Okay, we'll just here equal to 6. Okay, and run it once again. Okay, yeah, it did print now. So in this way also we can use it. If you want to avoid a value, we can do it like this. If you just want the first value only, we can use just give a single parameter. If you want 2 values and second value only, we can just ignore the first parameter by giving underscore and comma like this. So I think this is about more enough about for loop. Guys, best luck with for using for loop, and because you might be using for loop a lot in your programs. Okay, that's all. Thanks guys, love and peace.